Hello and welcome. So lovely to see all of you here on the Zoom. Sorry. And unfortunately, I can't see those watching the live stream or the recording, but yeah, we are here for you as well. Yeah. So for those of you who've been joining regularly, this is such a sweet half an hour moment to reconnect with each other, with ourselves, with our true nature, with this message, this reminder. Yeah. And in this format, we don't have any actual dialogue because we just don't have time. It's just a half an hour. So I love to start by just hearing, or not hearing, seeing how you are in this moment by, if you feel to type a word or two or a sentence max in the chat. That would be amazing, just to get a sense of what you're bringing here today. Who are you in this moment? Because we are, of course, changing moment to moment. So what is passing through in this moment for you? Yeah. So Timsy, curious. Nicole, connection without expectation. Dennis, tired but happy. Ruth, it's good to stop to be here. Dennis, in constant pain today. Oh, but not bad, just observing things. Okay. Maho, I feel tired and my throat hurts. I hope I'm not getting sick. Annette, happy and excited to be here. Jenny, tired but happy too. Helly, just want to connect and be in peace. Stephanie, some good bites make me sad. Is that bits? Or I don't know what you mean by bites. Yeah. Yeah. So I love to hear actually that things are not always going so well. I mean, not that I want you to feel not well, but that you're being real and honest and with what is actually here, not what you'd like to be here, right? Because of course we could all pretend to be totally spiritual and at peace in every moment. But the reality is that we have these human bodies and minds and emotions, and all of that is also here. So it feels very relieving, actually, to just say it like it is. And it doesn't mean anything about who you are. Yeah. So I like to also start with taking some time to feel into how we are in this moment. And so, but beyond those words that we've shared. So if you just get comfortable and you can gently close your eyes, take a few deep breaths into the belly. And if it feels good for you, you can make some sound or a big sigh when you breathe out. You're all muted, so if it feels good to you to make some noise, you're very welcome. And then we can slowly start to bring our attention to the present experience, whatever it is for you right now. Noticing the sensation of sitting on this seat, the contact with the ground, noticing any background sounds. And then we can bring our attention to any other sensations or emotions, feelings going on in this human experience. And whatever is here is simply the way it is. Nothing needs to change or be fixed. Just simply meeting it as it is. And if there is some change as we are feeling whatever is here, we meet that change. Just meeting whatever is here moment to moment. Following it wherever it may go. And if there are thoughts, we meet them too. But they have no more importance or value than any other sensation. So if you notice that a thought is being given more importance or value, then we just gently bring the attention back to a sensation or a sound or something that's simply happening presently. Or even just acknowledging that, yes, this is a thought. A thought happening presently. And in this experience right now, you may notice that thoughts want to know, thoughts want to explain or label. That's their nature. But right now, there is nothing to know, nothing to understand. And there's great freedom in not knowing and not needing to know. Simply being with what is here presently. And then we can again bring our attention to any background sounds. Sitting on this seat, the bum on the seat or the feet on the ground. And then when you're ready, we can open our eyes. So the theme today is the freedom of not knowing, which really is one of my most favorite topics. Yeah, I used to, when I first started holding meetings like this in person, obviously, because when I first started, it was over 20 years ago, and there was not so much online going on at that time. So I used to call these meetings Meeting in Not Knowing. And my first website was called notknowing.com. And so this just shows how much I love speaking about not knowing. Yeah. Because really, when I was growing up, I really felt the contradiction between what everyone seemed to be assuming and talking about, this trying to know, thinking that they know, and also putting knowing up on a pedestal somehow, putting the thinking, the understanding so high as if that was the ultimate knowledge and wisdom. And then in contrast to that, my own experience and knowing that I don't know. And this wasn't just that I was stupid or didn't know the information or the mental knowledge. I could use my mind in the way that everybody else could do that as well, but it just felt so superficial and limited. It felt like it was just dancing on the surface, never really getting to the truth of the matter, the truth of life. And that truth I could say that it is that all that we think that we know is a play, a dance of energy, of mental energy, concepts, explanations, understandings, information. We have brilliant minds that can store all this information. It's like a library. Anytime you want to read a book about a particular subject, you just have to go and look in the library and you find that book and you can read it. It's amazing. But the mind can never know the truth of who we are, the truth of life, the nature of life. That is only known when the mind lays down its whole library and it says, I don't know. I can't know that. And in that space of not knowing, of this bowing down of the mind, there is true knowing that has nothing to do with me thinking I know anything. It is the truth of who I am that is known in a totally different way. Even these words can't really express that. Although they are coming out of not knowing. As I speak, I don't know anything. And yet, these words come out of true knowing. So the mind can never grasp that. And in not knowing and not getting it, not understanding it, it can be very uncomfortable for the mind. The mind wants to know. It wants to feel safe in thinking I know, that I have somewhere to land, something to grasp hold of, an explanation for it all, a reference point, a conclusion, a comparison, so that I can know myself in comparison to the other. The mind is searching for safety, which is its job. It's not doing anything wrong. But it is about seeing the nature of the mind, the nature of the thinking, that's what it does, so that we don't believe every thought to be the truth, ultimate truth. We see it for what it is. It is endlessly searching for safety, so that these humans can come to some kind of sense of rest in this temporary life, in this apparent world that we live in time and space, in this dance. But at the same time, the truth of who we are is always going to be beyond that. Known always. Even when you think that you don't know, the mind can say, I don't understand these concepts. I don't understand what she's talking about. And yet, it is always known. You know right now. You can't not know, because it's who you are. You may not know how to grasp that. And that's beautiful, because it can't be grasped. And that can feel frustrating for the mind, that it can't actually grasp hold of this kind of knowing. But if it could grasp it, it wouldn't be so alive, so free. Because there is a great freedom in not knowing. Even though when we acknowledge that we don't know, when the mind bows down and says, I don't know, there can be all kinds of uncomfortable feelings there to be felt. We start to feel very vulnerable, very naked, because all the thinking I know or trying to know has acted like a protection so that we don't have to feel all this vulnerability. But as we feel whatever is here, that is coming and going and changing moment to moment, and still not know what it means, not know why it's here, not know who is here, who it belongs to, where it's going, what the point of any of it is. We just don't know. And yet we feel. We meet whatever is here. We feel, we experience, we see, we meet the other. And it's all happening in who we are, which is absolute freedom. Meeting the sensations, meeting feelings, meeting the experience of all the senses, the interactions with the other, the connections, all happening in and as who I am. There is such openness in not knowing and not thinking I know. It's unprotected and can be scary. And yet, it is what we most deeply long for, to rest in absolute presence, in meeting ourselves, finally coming home to who we are as life itself, freedom itself, presence, absolute knowing in not knowing. And this is such a relief. Yeah. Yeah. So I seem to have finished speaking, but if you feel to share again any words in the chat, how you feel now, if anything's changed or not, or if anything you want to add. We have a few more minutes, so also if there's any short question you want to ask around this topic, you can type it in the chat, and I'll see if we have a few minutes for me to answer. Timsy, you are beautiful. Grateful for you. Thank you. And Marco, I feel deeply relaxed. Thank you. Yeah, it's so relaxing to not know. Yeah. We can also take a last moment in silence as well. Okay, Dennis, you've asked, how do you feel about the word seeing versus knowing? You know, it's not in the words really. So if the word seeing resonates for you, use it, no problem. You know, I use very many different words to say the same thing. And sometimes I use the word, let's say, so today I'm using the word knowing more, because that's what I'm emphasizing, right? And another time I might use the word seeing because I'm emphasizing another aspect of the same thing. You know, another time I might use the word love, but it's still the same thing. I might use the word awareness or truth. It's all the same thing. It's beyond all the words. But we play with the words and use them in different ways to point to different aspects of the same thing, you know. And Margot, the mind is always looking for safety. That one really hit home. Yeah. That's what it's meant for, right? It's meant to take care of this human, this body. Dennis, feeling very comfortable with my pain. Well, good for you. Enjoy your pain. Well, no, of course you don't have to enjoy it, but yeah, being with it. Yeah. Hmm. Well, before we end, I just want to let you know that the next open meeting will be this coming Sunday. So sooner than our next Wednesday one. So this coming Sunday, and the theme is
So, Miss, every next Wednesday.
sorry, someone said something?
So is it next Wednesday, every Wednesday, or?
Yes. Okay. I will just mute you and I'll explain. Thank you. So every Wednesday we do this half an hour, and occasionally on a Sunday I do an open meeting, which will be an hour, and that will include dialogue. So this time we haven't had dialogue, but on Sunday it will include dialogue, question and answers, and the theme is the risk of an open heart. Yeah, so that's also a very juicy theme. So I look forward to seeing you then, and also next Wednesday. Okay. And so the Sunday one is at 6 p.m. Portugal time or UK time. Yeah, so you have to figure it out for your own time zone. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. See you next time. Lots of love. Bye.